What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, July 11th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixedairmoon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you all for being here with me. Happy Pluto return, United States of America. Woo! It's like the real birthday, like the real first birthday of Pluto return. Wow. I know we've already had Pluto at this spot, but in 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed on that July 4th, Pluto was retrograde right where it's at today. So, happy full coming. America, what's going to happen? Pluto returns are pretty crazy. It's like a 2-year-long transit, but this is the heart of it. And, it's stuff like this that was the fall of Rome. Empires go through big transformations, changes of a lot of big things. So especially Pluto and Capricorn, you think about governments is Capricorn. What's going to go on with our governments? They're already in a very strange place. Thinking about the structure of society that it was built on, or that we just have evolved to. Is that going to go forward? I really don't know, but I know that Pluto's getting ready to come into Aquarius, and I can tell you that that was Revolutionary War times, and just Pluto in Aquarius is a hyper fixation on a revolution, just revolutionary energy, inspiration, a lot of people coming together too. So interesting. Happy Monday. It's pretty cool. We're going to see Venus and the moon oppose each other today, that moon in Sagittarius. Also, please do, wrong one, check out my school. We went through the planets, the archetypes. We're getting ready to do a little bit of, housework next week. And then we're going to start pulling up charts and putting all of that together, the archetypes, the planets, the house system, starting to see how to look at that in a fashion that we can make sense of it and intuit it. And then, then there's so much more that's going to come. But I can't believe we're coming to week 3 this week. Halfway there, but maybe a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. Please do become a member and join. Class 1 and 2 are on the website. If you're just now joining, hop in there, catch up. And if not, looking forward to seeing the people that have joined next week. The class has been fun. Everybody's been having a really good time. All right. Happy Pluto return. With the sun at 19 of Cancer with Black Moon Lilith, we are in such an emotionally deep place to be right now. Of course, that moon in Sag is trying to look at the positive side of life and trying to expand on the inner depth and the emotion that we're feeling. And I think kind of find out how big things can get. But it's in opposition to Venus today, where, gosh, the more we can form relationships to things in life that are built on the now moment, built on your environment, things that actually make sense, you're going to go so much further, because there is such an interesting alignment with the North Node, the South Node. Uranus is even in there, but even Juno and the Sun, because it's making this kite pattern, which puts a lot of pressure on the South Node. It's really kind of the tail end of it, if you will. And all signs are kind of pointing there. I feel like we are really trying to be attached to something right now, when we can expand past that and find new foundations and find new obsessions. And really, the front of that kite, if it was flying forward, is this North Node Uranus, which the sun just came off that sextile, and it's now, touching with Juno. And gosh, we can build some really positive relationships, but it's all about the building. It's all about actually putting your energy and your emotion and your feelings into something of legit, what is real. It is kind of that it's kind of like that birthing energy too. There's a lot of motherly energy in the chart. So it's male, female, whatever you are, it doesn't really matter. What are you birthing into life right now and giving creation to? What are the manifestations you want? Are you using your imagination and your emotion with this Pisces Juno to build a real relationship to an environment with Venus, the ruler of that North Node in Gemini, that's stimulating, that's keeping you in the moment. I mean, these can be things that can be very positive. I think, that moon in Sagittarius can try and go over and beyond. But let's find a happy medium of using this great imaginative energy, and instead of obsessing over all the things, get hyper focused and critical about these really positive things you can build in your life. What's expanding? Now, with these two coming out, and also this is where apparently the James Webb Telescope is going to deliver its first pictures on this Monday. There's so many illusions because there is this T-square energy to Neptune. There's a lot of illusionary things that we're trying to hold on to. And I think that's where the tail end of the South Node is really important to remember on today is they can be illusionary relationships, they can be illusionary manifestations, beliefs, stories we tell ourselves. I mean, it's great to dream, but what can you actually do? And can you take that imagination and that, sensitive energy within you to see maybe what else is going on in the other fabrics of reality? But can you come back into this one in your environment and make it legit? Make it solid. This is all about finding solid substance in life through that great inner depth, because there is this focus on the South Node and the sun's making really good aspects to the nodes right now. So it's a very important day to, I think, as Pluto's returning for the United States, reboot your engine, as the United States is in the middle of a reboot too. Reboot your engine for something that is meaningful, real, kind of can go the distance for you, but without, I guess, an obsession too, because that South Node in Scorpio can want to obsess over the way it's going to look. How about use the moon in Sag opposite Venus here, quincunx the sun in Cancer, to have the imagination, to use the intuition, but to not have an expectation of outcome, just the expectation that you're expanding your life by staying present and focused and building real relationships in your life that are, exciting. Because I think there is a lot of exciting things, but we can also get excited about a lot of illusionary things, a lot of false things, a lot of things that really just have no weight in our lives. And, we can stress over that or worry about that or get overly hypersensitive about that. So what? Let things go, be non-attached, and keep growing and expanding and finding the positive outlook in life. I think that you'll find that today's bringing, some gifts there. I do, as that moon's going to finish off the day and come into Capricorn and build up for that full moon in Cap with Pluto in gate 61 of the gene keys, which is the mystical Capricorn. It's up in the crown, the middle 61, if you're into human design. So there's a lot of revelations coming that the collective's getting downloaded with, I would say. So I think that, be positive. You expand, explore, have fun, go enjoy things. Don't fixate on things that you don't have control over or try to control any situation right now. If things are trying to pull apart, let them pull away from each other. If things are trying to come together in a powerful way, let them come together. I mean, it's we can get so stuck in our head, but that Mercury here in Cancer, it doesn't necessarily want to be up in the head. It wants to be in the emotional body. What do things actually make you feel? And that's where Mercury in Cancer can have a hard time, because our thoughts can go a million miles an hour, but our emotions have to be sat with a little bit. They have to be felt. So how can we understand what we're really feeling and then make not necessarily a rush decision or an impulsive decision, but really a decision that's, factual in your here and now with what you're building relationships with. Mars in Taurus is trying to help us not be so impulsive too, trying to slow us down. What does the feeling, what is the smell, what is all these things that you really want to put your effort into, and what's driving you right now? Are you driving forward for something beautiful or just something to do it? I think we can use our energy really responsibly right now in a way that is actually giving us and showing up with value, or we can be using our energy in just silly ways that it's almost like we're wasting our time. And nobody wants to waste their time right now, especially on, I feel this, where the creative engines are so powerful but they just need to be used. They need to be put into physical life and into your environment, in your home life, in your personal life. It is Cancer season after all. And with that sun and black moon Lilith, why not just live the personal life you want to? Why not cut things out that don't make you feel good? Why obsess over things that aren't even there anymore? Because you can definitely use that energy to say, F this today. Especially with the moon in Sag. Like, if it's not bringing some kind of hope and, expanding your journey, F this. F it. It's interesting, too, to have the moon quincunx Uranus and the North Node. I just think we're at a sticky place where we want to see things grow. But if we're just going to hope and dream and, believe, that's great. But there's also a physicality of this place and time right now where you should really do something with the imagination, do something with the belief. If anything, speak up for it. That'll feel good too. But doing nothing and just thinking or hoping that something's going to feel better or get better, maybe. But how long do you want to wait? I think there's a fine line between waiting forever and being patient and responding in the right moment. I think today's a good day to test. Can you respond in the right moment, or are you just going to be idle? And I don't think idle is not going to get us very far. It's just going to have us stuck in a sticky place. Sticky. Yeah, that moon is out of bounds. 25 south. So, well, maybe today does feel a little out of bounds. Maybe we feel ultra creative. Maybe we feel like we don't have to play by the rules a little bit as that moon goes through the galactic center. I would say North Node Uranus and Taurus, they don't need to play reality by the rules either. There's something about birthing a solid structure and beauty and something that really matches with who you are and what you can do with it and what the realness is baked into that. So, hope everybody's doing well. Nice to see you guys in the chat. I'm going to be able to have the chat up now when I do these. I couldn't before. I only had one monitor, and the other monitor was used for my iPad to put it on display here. But I got a new monitor, and I can see you all. Hello, Haley. Hello, Carrie. Hath mercy. Appreciate you. Just keep paddling. See what the cards are for today. Got the Two of Wands. I think this can be like really, kind of like skipping into our creative potentials and realizing that it's all about these choices we make and how do these choices feel and are they making us happy? Maybe not. Maybe they're choices we have to make big decisions for. That moon is also going to sextile Saturn. So there is something about expanding life right now with, decisions, with, acting upon these great choices in life. But I like this Two of Wands just because it seems like it's, she's very like happy, like kind of dancing and being like, yeah, I got choices, but at least they're, at least I have a choice. And I think we always have a choice. And I think it's remembering to let your heart choose what that choice is instead of the mind right now. Like the heart and the emotion will probably make more sense moving forward. The Devil card upright. Look at me. Some kind of goat human. I am kind of a goat human. Capricorn. I think it comes back to the decisions right now. We can make decisions that can bind us to places we don't want to be, a story we don't want to live, things we really don't want to do, but we feel like we have to, or we're manipulated into by some situation. Wipe the slate clean. I think that we can find a lot of liberation in two things when we step up and make decisions for ourselves and for the life we want to live. And in another way by compiling those decisions into a big work of what we ultimately are trying to expand towards. So it's almost like cut out the stuff that's not letting you expand so that you can expand on the things you really want to expand on. And, maybe pay attention to where certain aspects are being controlled in your life that aren't of, your own nature. Five of Cups in reverse. I like finishing with this card. I just like the Five of Cups reverse because it's like we don't have to feel down. We don't have to feel like we don't have enough or in some, poverty state within ourselves or some apathetic or guilty, something like it's about not feeling that. It's about doing what you have to do to liberate yourself and build a life that you want without holding the guilt or some attachment to that thing. So, I would say like today's important to really let yourself be free to make the decisions that are for your highest character in life, that are rebooting your life in the way that you feel they should just be going. There's some guidance within us all that is trying to push us somewhere. And it's easy to use things to say no or to not go in that direction that we feel that most called to go. That's probably where we'll feel some sense of, guilt or apathy. I think there's a liberation today from making choices that are really just a gut hell yes. And like a strong emotional response. And maybe, I just learned this in my human design. It's like maybe there is no truth in the now all the time. We can always say, oh, there's now. And, for some there is, but maybe it's not so much about that right now, but feeling these things in life and kind of just trying it out, making taking a leap for it. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but there's something about the faith that's very important today and using that faith to break chains. So where are we chained up? Appreciate you all. I hope you have a great Monday. And I'll see you all very soon. That is the Botticelli tarot deck. It's one of my favorites. The Botticelli. All right. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you for Tuesday's horoscope tomorrow. And please check out that class. It's going really well. A lot of the students are very excited and happy so far, especially with just the basics that we've covered. But oh boy, are we about to jump into much, 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 much more. All right. I'll catch you all very soon. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.